Okay, today we're starting the build on the Customworks Patriot drag car. We're going to start with the transmission, not necessarily the first in order, but let me get these things unbagged. If you notice, they're bagged very well and labeled very well straight out of the kit. Everything has its own place. I'll get these unbagged and laid out and we'll give you an idea. Okay, we've got everything unbagged. Your typical associated differential, gear diff, which we're going to be putting in factory team 60,000K for a starting point. Then you have your transmission housing, motor mount, screws, shafts, bearings. Nice, it appears to be a Delrin spur gear. Nice machine cases, it looks like. They were injection molded, but it looks like they were machined afterwards. Sealed bearings. This is the one thing here. This is all the stock parts that come with this kit, but it appears that the Drag Race Concepts B6 idler gear may fit. We're going to find out once we get to that point. Right now I'm going to build the diff, and then we'll start fitting it up. One other thing I noticed is the idler shaft is aluminum, which, you know, of course helps reduce weight. That might be something we want to watch though, because it also will wear. So let's get this diff built and then we'll start seeing how things fit together. Alright, we've got the differential built with 60,000 associated diff fluid. We're going to pre-assemble this trans and we'll pull it back apart for lubrication, which this time I'm going to try Speedex lubricant on the it's actually an inline skate bearing oil. We're going to try that on this. Normally I use graphite powder, but here is the comparison between the stock plastic and the B6 idler gear from DRC, Drag Race Concepts. We'll test fit it, see how it works, and we'll show you that in a minute. Now I have dry fit with the stock gears just to get an idea how it feels. Pop the case here. So you can see. Keep in mind, it is important, they put shims in these for a reason. So there is the layout, and that is an associated bottom diff. And now we're going to try the idler, the machined aluminum, and see how that fits. So my suspicions were correct. This B6 idler gear, part number 490 from Drag Race Concepts, is a direct fit. Wanted to point out the motor plate on this is, I would say, 4 or 5 mil thick carbon fiber. We're going to assemble the rest of the trans here. We're going to lubricate it with a little bit of Speedex. A little goes a long way. We'll show you the completed trans. We've got the transmission all together. One thing I want to point out, it's upside down, is that so far this car takes metric and standard tools. Now, that is upside down. There we go. That is the right way. The diff cases and the diff took metric, and the slipper, eliminator, and shaft screw, and they took standard screws. So just be aware of that as you go. I think now we're going to move on to the front end assembly.